everybody, it's Rebecca here with Bexa Boss Lady and Boss Lady Resale. I'm coming to you today from Cleveland, Ohio. My husband is attending a conference here, and as many of you know, I'm originally from Ohio. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to go see our family and, get some quality time with my friends that I don't get to see that much. But before I get my day started and go to hang out with my BFF, who is also a PFF, which means Poshmark Friend Forever, I thought I would do a quick video for you about Mercari. So today's video is coming to you via Cleveland, Ohio, and we're going to talk about Mercari. So today's the beginning of November, I don't know the exact date, of 2017. So if you're watching this in 2018, some of these things may have changed. A lot of these apps update their systems and they go through refreshes. So if you always want to make sure, really on any YouTube video that you watch, that you're double checking that information when you go to do something on the app or the program or the product that you're watching the review about, just to make sure that the information you're being provided is the most up to date. So of course, like all my other videos, I have my little notes handy that I went through so I can make sure I touch on all of the topics that I wanted to get to. I know some of you are gonna ask, so my lipstick is, of course, Red Apple lipstick, and it is Flirt With Me. So that is the color I have on today. It's just a really kind of an everyday peachy pink color, and it's something that I just like to wear, with my everyday face, because it gives you a pop of color and puts a smile on my face, and that's all that really matters. But anyway, I am starting to venture out into other selling platforms, and I think you've seen in the past that I decided to stop selling on Tradesy, and I've ventured into Mercari. So I've sold, I think, 10 things on Mercari right now. I can't check because I'm filming this on my phone, so I can't go into Mercari and check it out for you. I also, like a dummy, left my computer charger at my mom's. So now I have to go buy an Apple computer charger because I don't have one. So I also can't look it up on my laptop. Super prepared for this. The great thing is I'll just wing it and we'll go from there. So I think I've sold about 10 things on Mercari. You can sell more things on Mercari than you can on Poshmark. So, that's kind of a pro. You still can't sell the basics, which are, no fakes, no age-restricted stuff like cigarettes or anything where you have to be 18 or older. No drugs, no supplements, no foods, no coupons, no mystery boxes, which actually was a surprise to me that they have that on their, no list, because you can sell mystery boxes on Poshmark. Explicit items, so no sex stuff on Mercari. Firearms, gift cards, digital products. So that was surprising to me, some of those that you can't sell on there, because it really does seem to be this like mishmash of things that are getting sold. But the prices seem to be a little bit lower on Mercari. And that is because the big perk of Mercari is there is only a 10% selling fee. So they only take 10% of your money when you sell stuff, which is really great, right? Because then you get to keep more. But I do think that then drives down the prices, because then people are willing to accept less. And it kind of cuts into your profit a little bit because you can't sell it for a higher dollar amount, since there are other people selling it for such a low price. And that kind of stinks, because you put all this work into it and you have these items that are actually valuable, and then a bunch of other people start discounting them and selling them for really cheap, and it really does cut into the price of your product, because there'll always be someone else that'll come along that will sell it for less. So the key to all of this is to kind of stay above the fold, stay above the trend, and have those items that people are willing to pay more of a premium for, and they're more highly coveted, like Lululemon, like Anthropologie, like those kind of brands. So there are restrictions on Mercari, just like all the other sites. Another big pro, so let's do pros and cons. So the pros are that you can sell more stuff on Poshmark. Then on Poshmark. You know, the cons are that sometimes because the people are then navigating over there, it does lower the selling price. The commission is only 10%, which also can then affect the selling prices of the items. The pro for shipping on Mercari is that there are 4 shipping prices. So the first one is 0 to 0.5 pounds, so 0 to half a pound, and that is $4. So think about like a Pandora charm or a pair of earrings, something like that. There is an ability to sell it at a cheaper shipping rate, which is the $4 rate. Then the basic stuff, which is pretty much everything, most everything, is a half a pound to 3 pounds, is $6. 3 pounds to 10 pounds, which are like coats and boots and that stuff, is $9. And then 10 to 20 pounds is $15. So if you're on there selling video game systems, you know, household electronics like crock pots, I don't know, that kind of stuff, that it would fit into that category, so $15. Now, I see a lot of people posting about how expensive shipping is on Poshmark. And I honestly don't believe that shipping on Poshmark is expensive. I think that the shipping costs on the shipping fees add up because you are buying from multiple people, right? So if you buy 3 things from 3 different closets, you're actually spending $18 on shipping, or $19 or $20 on shipping, whatever it ends up adding up to be. The same thing on Mercari. If you buy from multiple people there, you're going to pay shipping at each person's store. And the main reason for that is because the items are coming from the individual person. So my items are coming from my house to there. It's not like a warehouse where they can pull my items with your items with someone else's items and then ship them as an aggregate to the person under one box and one umbrella. That's not the way it works. So you have to be able to charge those shipping for the different people to get those items there, because there's no way to consolidate or bundle those items. So I like that there's a structured thing here, and that another benefit is you can decide whether or not you want to pay for the shipping or if you want your buyer to pay for the shipping. So there is a toggle on there where you can pick buyer or seller who is responsible for paying the shipping. And then you just kind of add that price into what you're selling it for. But again, on the flip side, if you're going to offer free shipping for $6 and your item is $20, you have to remember that now your $20 minus 10%, $18, minus $6 is $12, and now your take home is $12. So that's eating into almost half, so 40% of your money is going into shipping and commissions. You know, it's not really that tremendously different than if you're offering free shipping on eBay per se. But you aren't commanding, I don't feel that you're commanding the higher prices on Mercari to offset the free shipping feature. Okay, so if you're buying stuff for free shipping on eBay, it's not really free shipping. The price of shipping is somehow built into their business model, and that is, you know, where it's coming from. So you can select buyer or seller. You can select 4 different, actually there's 5. You can select 5 different shipping types. If it's over 20 pounds, I don't know, let's say you ship a bike, you can put in there that you're shipping it yourself. And you know, you set that up, the cost of that. There's an option to set up, you know, I'm handling the shipping and here's the cost for that. You will then on the app, once the person buys it, it will say, yes, it's for sale, whatever. And they purchase it, and then you click get my label, or I forget what the exact verbiage is, and Mercari will email you the label. You print it out like any other label. If you use the half page shipping labels, those will just print right on the half page there. And then you just pop it on and you ship it, and any priority stuff except flat rate boxes. So it's very similar to Poshmark in that you're not using flat rate boxes. you're going to print via your email, and then once you drop it off or it gets scanned, you want to go back into the Mercari app and hit yes, I shipped it, and that allows Mercari to know that you did ship it, and it activates that process of getting it to the buyer. Now on Mercari, you only have 3 days to ship something, so if you are not one to ship in a timely manner, Mercari might not be the best for you, because you do only have 3 days to ship that item, and then the buyer can cancel it. Now, I did have an issue where our flight was changed, I didn't get home in time, and I did message the girl and just say, hey, I didn't get a chance to ship this out. I'll get it first thing in the morning. And I just stayed in communication with her. I shipped it as soon as I got back to my house, and she was fine with it, and I got a rating, and it was fine. So then what happens is, so that's all great. This is all pros. I think these are all great things that are happening. And then the cons are the following. The buyer must confirm that they received your item. So it seems to be that the tracking saying it's shipped doesn't always update right away on Mercari, and then that delays the process. You have to then ask, I sent messages. I just had this happen, so it's kind of raw for me right now that I had this happen. But the buyer has to confirm the item. If the buyer doesn't confirm the item within 3 days, you can ask Mercari to rate you. So Mercari or the system or someone, I don't know, they will rate you. It'll tell you what day and time you can ask for the rating. It has to be 3 days. And then you do that and it rates you, and then you can rate your buyer. So I did give the person a poor rating because they did not rate me, and it is now going to take me another week to get my money, which we'll talk about in a minute, because of the direct deposit schedule, and that because of them not rating me. So had they rated me, I could have requested, so you have to have your direct deposit requests into Mercari by Sunday night at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So Pacific time, like California time, by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, you have to, on the app, request your direct deposit so it can be processed on Monday, and then it takes a couple days to get into your bank account. If you miss that deadline for Sunday, another con, you cannot, your payment will not then process until the following Monday. So let's say, it's Sunday and the buyer accepts, and you do a transfer by that time cutoff, so by midnight on Sunday, then Monday it works. If you do it at 2 a.m. on Monday morning, Pacific Standard Time, you then have to wait 7 days for it to process. So you have to wait till the following Monday for that direct deposit to process, and then you have to wait however many days it takes to get into your checking account from there. So in my case, it takes 3 days. So now, because that person didn't rate me, I mean, it's not a lot of money, it's only $20, I'm not that entirely stressed out about it, but because they didn't rate me and I had to go through this process, now I have to wait another 12 or 13 days to get my $20 because this person didn't rate me. So yes, there are great things about Mercari. The commission is lower, the shipping options are great, the receiving of the package and the direct deposit schedule is not really the best situation, and I don't love it too much. But the reality is there's no perfect selling system. If there were a perfect selling system, everyone would be on it, and it would start having problems as well. So, it seems to be also, I keep saying it seems to be, I have noticed that like I said, the items being sold on Mercari are being sold for a lesser dollar amount, which then affects your selling price of your items because those items are being sold. You can accept offers on Mercari, so there is an ability to negotiate on there. I don't like that you can only put 4 photos. So in your listing, you can only put 4 photos, which is similar to how Poshmark started out. When they first started out, you could only have 4 photos. So if you're gonna only do 4 photos, my suggestion is to do 1 of like your cover, the main item, 2, the front and the back, so that's 2 and 3, and then the label. Okay, so they're just the basic pictures, the whole picture, the front, the back, and the label. That's my suggestion to you for that. I also think that there's a different buyer on Mercari. It seems to be, for me, that people want things really cheap. It runs more like a Craigslist or Let Go type of app where people are just constantly, and it's not even lowballing. They don't even offer, it hasn't been that they're offering me like $5 like on Poshmark, you know, you get the lowball offers. It's a weird, I don't know, it's kind of strange, but the buyers are different because they're looking for an even bigger bargain, and because things are getting sold for a lower price, they're finding it there, and then the expectation is being set that everyone there should sell their items for really cheap, and I just don't think that's a good precedent to set. However, I have sold things on there, and I sold my iPhone 6S on there, I sold some shoes on there, I've sold boots on there, a coat, jeans, like Miss Me jeans, those blingy jeans seem to sell really quickly on there, and the I think the lower level mall brand like Abercrombie and Fitch, those kind of brands are selling well on there. Zara, you know, the same stuff that's selling on Poshmark, but the expectation there is that because the commission is lower, you're gonna pay less. So the last thing I'm going to say about Mercari is that you can have a private conversation with people. You can message them, and that is a good thing, but you know, it kind of allows more of a shady situation to happen. They do monitor those though, you know, same thing, like they're looking for keywords and all that stuff. So you don't want to be doing, you know, you don't want to do anything that could cost you your account on there, you know, or get you banned from Mercari, because that would really suck. Then you couldn't make any money. But I'm just gonna leave my stuff on there. Basically, if you post it, it brings more people to your store, just like every other selling app. And you don't have to do all the sharing and the price drops. And I mean, you should use some price drops if it's been on there a long time and you have a bunch of watchers, you can price drop it. Oh, one more thing. Okay, one more thing about Mercari that I like. So Poshmark has the clear the closet out, and Mercari does something kind of similar, but what they do is when you drop your prices 10%, they drop it 10% as well from on their side. So they're taking 10% off of that. So the buyer is actually getting 20% off of the item instead of 10%, which is then a much larger incentive to purchase than a $2 shipping credit like on Poshmark. So their kind of incentive program is a lot better when it comes to that kind of stuff. Well, that's about all the time I have. I need to go buy my Apple charger. Thank you for watching. I am gonna let this upload while I get ready to go. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any Mercari tips, please list them in the descriptions below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I post videos like these every week, and I'm just trying to help you make more money. So thanks for watching. All the links are in my description. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.